dear podcast god, also known as Pod, we thank you for the table and microphone and that wire there that's tangled and irritating me, and the laptop and that awesome wireless mouse. And we come to you to ask you to make this one of the best podcasts we've ever done. Break podcast on 3. 1, 2, 3. Podcast!
Yeah.
I'm Dan Cyan.
And I'm Jake Flello.
Podcast!
That's the music for this week.
I think the music is getting worse each week.
I think
it's devaluing.
Well, you know, that's your opinion.
Right, news.
Some very important Xbox One news.
No, shut up. Do you have any indie news?
Oh,
Do you have any indie news at all?
Not really.
No.
I have some Nintendo news.
Start with Nintendo news. We'll start with that.
Okay. Lucario is going to be in Super Smash Bros.
I saw that, but he was in the last one, wasn't he?
Yeah,
did you hear? They've vamped up his aura beam. They've powered it up so that if he's damaged, because it works on it, if he's damaged, he does like 10 times the amount of damage that he's got or how much health he's got left. Something like that, and they've powered it up so that if he's been injured, then you're fucked.
He's a Pokemon. He's one of my favourite Pokemons.
What does he evolve from?
I don't know.
Ryu
It's like a little version of it. I don't know the names. There's like 600 of them now.
And I know all of them.
Well done.
Bitch.
What's the key one called?
Keyflix.
Well done. What's the one that's the thing, but it's not a thing, it's a different thing?
Swinub.
Yep.
You got any other fairly small news?
Small news. Microsoft got the Gears of War license.
That's not small. We'll get onto that in a minute.
That's pretty small.
No, because I've got a lot
That's
of things.
smaller than the other thing.
Yeah, but it's not. I've got smaller things on it.
Okay,
so.
say a small thing.
Burial at Sea had it. Part 2 had a trailer come out. Have you seen it?
No, I don't have part 1.
No, I don't have part 1 either. But I've watched some playthrough, live streamed part 1 all the way through, and it now number 1. It was just sort of, you're these characters in this setting, and this is what would have happened. So like another parallel universe, basically.
Fair enough.
Spoiler. Spoiler! Then
It's a bit late to say that it's a spoiler.
I don't care. I've warned you.
It's an old game, it doesn't
But in
matter.
part 2, they literally pick up as number 1 ends. Like, literally, that cutscene that it ends on is the start of the trailer.
Yeah, oh yeah, that cutscene, the one that I haven't seen.
No, but I thought that was really interesting that they're going from the closing cutscene to the opening cutscene, and that's the trailer, basically.
Ah.
And they're bringing in, like, other bits of the parallel universes into this parallel universe now, and it's looking really interesting and weird. Go give it a watch if you haven't seen it. It's Bioshock Infinite Burial at Sea Part 2. No release date on that yet, though.
Okay.
Other news. Wolf Among Us got a trailer as well. I watched that. Have you watched that?
No, I don't really want to watch the trailer because it's a very story-based thing and I'm afraid it's going to give some of it away.
It does give not some spoilers, but like some of the decisions you have to make, or not even that. It shows you interrogating someone, for example, and like, so the camera's behind you from one side and it pans across the back of you. So on your left, when it's on your left-hand side, it shows one character that you could have captured.
Oh,
Spoiler, because you had a choice of 2 captures,
Yeah.
And then it pans to the other side, and as you cross, it switches to the other character to show that you could interrogate either one. It's not a fixed point. And I thought that's a really cheap way of showing that there's decisions. Because, yeah, there's decisions, but that's not a decision. I've made that decision.
I know, but you're not going to play starting episode 2, are you?
No, but it did look
And
cool.
if you do, you've done it wrong. I don't think you can.
Yeah, in case, for our younger viewers out there, numbers go 1, followed by 2, then 3, and then 4.
And what's that in Japanese, Dan?
Ish, ni, san, shi.
You went up to 4 that time.
I went up to 4 in English, you...
Did you?
Yes.
I didn't hear you say 4.
Well,
I
did
wasn't
go
paying
up to 4.
attention.
The viewers heard it. And we'll continue on from there in Japanese and English next week, so tune in for that.
We're going to start teaching them.
We're going to forget by that week. Yeah, so it looks really cool. The trailer looks good. Got me excited for it. That's the first week in February, and that's all they've said for it, for a release date. But I'm glad to have a focus point of a date, which they haven't done before.
Yes.
That's nice to have.
That is nice.
We'll go for the smaller news of Gears of War next then.
Yeah, Microsoft bought the license to Gears of War.
And what did we say last week?
That there was rumours of being a Gears of War
Gears of
thing.
War. I mean,
Although the video would have gone up after
I know.
this news.
But it was recorded...
Before that.
Yeah, it was recorded before the news. You'll have to trust us on that one. But hence why we said it was a rumour and not more than likely fact. But yeah, Microsoft have bought the rights for Gears of War. So it's not being made by Epic or People Can Fly, because Epic obviously made 1, 2 and 3, and People Can Fly made Judgment.
I don't think people thought Epic would have made it though. Because they stopped after 3, didn't they? That was it.
Yeah, but some people don't even know that Epic stopped after 3.
Yeah, a lot of people don't really care about who makes games.
I don't care.
They care about
like
franchises, not developers or development teams and that.
But I mean, look at it. Gears of War 1, 2, and 3 all have the same feeling, whereas Judgment's a completely different game because it was made by different developers. So people should care more.
I haven't played them.
I know you haven't, and you are going to play them at some point. I'll make some excuse for a series of ours, and you will play them.
Oh god damn it! It has co-op, doesn't it? Great.
Oh yeah, it does have co-op. That's brilliant. Let's play. Maybe we'll think about it. But they have got the lead director of 2 and the design developer or main director dude from 3.
Main dude.
Yeah, not Cliff, because obviously Cliff Blazinski's long gone. But yeah, they've got someone working from the original 3 on it, so it's still going to hold faithful to what it's been so far in terms of graphics, at least, and how the characters look.
And the lore. LORE, not LAW.
And the what?
You know, the lore, like the story and the universe it's set in.
No,
They're not going to go away from that.
I'd never heard that, but yes, they should keep to that.
Yes.
I mean, that is most of what Gears of War is. It's not for anything else, it's the world and it's set in. That's about it for Gears of War, isn't it?
I guess so.
I'm looking forward to seeing the next gen Gears of War, I have to say. But then I've always been a massive fan.
Speaking of next-gen games, continuation of franchises...
No, we're not quite going on to Xbox One.
Oh, really?
No,
Okay.
I've got nothing before that. So there's been a lot of leaks about Xbox One, but we'll get onto them in a minute, because you've got a long list, I've got a long list. Along with that leak is... You may remember that someone tweeted out that your next Halo journey will be in 2014.
Yes.
That's not going to be Halo 5.
Well, we didn't know if it was going to be called Halo 5, the next Halo game.
But it's not going to be either of them.
Either of what?
It's not going to be Halo 5.
It's not going to be the one that we saw the trailer of.
No, it's not going to be that. And we know that, because Halo 5's been pushed back to 2015. There was a tweet about it. Something about that. Yes. Something gave it away. No, it wasn't. It was someone talking about all the games that are coming out in 2014, and Halo had disappeared, and someone approached them about it.
That wasn't on the list. Someone approached them and they said, you'll be getting your next Halo experience, like dodging around the questions.
That is Halo 2, and Halo Anniversary 2.
No.
It is.
It's Halo 2 Anniversary. Halo Anniversary 2 would say that it's a sequel to Halo Anniversary.
That's what I'd written, but it doesn't make sense to me when I read it back. But yes, it's Halo 2 Anniversary, and it'll have 2 editions. Do you know this?
Yes, a super duper edition, which apparently this is one of the sort of not too sure about rumours that it might have ports.
None of this has been confirmed from this point onwards, by the way, or even the fact that it's going to be Halo 2 Anniversary. There's no confirmation, but it's more than just suggested.
Yeah, and it's likely it's 10 years after Halo 2.
Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, like, it's a way to make money, but I missed out on some of the content in this. I'm going to go and buy it.
Yeah.
I expect you will. You probably won't play it, but you'll buy it.
Yeah, I own every Halo game.
But you'll buy it.
Yeah.
Just to see like Halo 2 on next gen, that's going to look... How are they going to do that? That's going to be really interesting.
Apparently, it might be, this is, of course, all rumour, 1080p and 60 frames per second.
It won't be 60. It won't be 60.
I reckon it might be.
But nothing on the Xbox has been 60 so far.
I know, but this is going to be made by a Microsoft
care.
Studio.
I don't care.
They're going to be working with the hardware. They've probably been working with the hardware longer than anyone.
There is some god out there that is stopping people putting 60 frames per second on the Xbox One. Nothing is. Even Titanfall, which is meant to be the first big next-gen game for Xbox, even that's 30 frames per second.
I think Rise is 60, but it's only 900p. I'm not too sure about that.
We'll look into that.
It seems to be that they can't have 1080p and 60 frames per second. You have to have a cut-off on one of them.
So we might be talking out of our buttholes there.
Yeah, but anyway, the Super Duper Edition, apparently.
Super Duper Mega Awesome Halo Chief Edition. Super Chief Edition.
You heard it here first. That's what it's going to be called.
If it is, I need someone to... I don't know. I need a reward if it is called the Super Chief Edition. What if it's just called the Masters Edition? Because the Master Chief... No, not the Masters. That's a Doctor Who thing. No.
That would just be weird. I don't know what they're going to call it. Anyway.
But the big one, the biggest one, so far,
is apparently going to come with ports of Halo 3 and 4 for the Xbox One.
So it's going to have the Halo 2 that's been remade for Xbox One. Then it's going to have the port of Halo 3, the port of Halo 4. But it's also going to have a beta for Halo 5, or whatever the next Halo is.
Yeah.
And then the one further down, which is going to have the Halo 2 Anniversary and beta access. But I'm not sure about the beta access. I don't think...
Maybe.
We'll see.
Maybe multiplayer beta access.
But that's all it will be. There won't be a campaign beta access.
Speaking
there is never a multiplayer beta a single player beta. Never, because that's what defeats the purpose of a beta.
Not entirely.
Apart from Minecraft. Minecraft had a single player, but that's because
that was sort of like that blurred. That's a game with the lines are blurred between single and multiplayer.
Are we moving off from this now, or are you trying to?
Speaking of multiplayer betas, Crackdown 3 apparently is.
I have not heard this. This has slipped me. This is the same rumour dude. Is it the same dude?
Apparently, same rumour dude.
Same rumour dude.
Crackdown 3.
Speaking of the rumour dude, by the way, apparently he's an ex-employee from Microsoft, so his information has come from Microsoft, but they're saying it could be or is. What was the word they used?
Outdated? Maybe?
No, that wasn't the word.
I don't know.
They used a fancy word, but basically his information and sources are outdated. But yes, he was a Microsoft employee, and they are hunting him down as we speak. They are looking for him because obviously he's broken some terms and Microsoft stuff.
I haven't heard about that. I haven't heard anything about how he knows about this stuff. But what I do know is that on NeoGAF, the admin of the thread where he leaked all this stuff vouched for him.
Yeah, defended him.
Yeah,
because apparently he's been.
He sent the admin a PM with proof because of course he doesn't want to
break too many laws or.
I don't think it's laws. It's just like
contracts. It's definitely contracts.
Contracts.
Because when you sign a contract to work at any business, really, in there it says any information disclosed to you from this business must stay within the business and can't go from outside. I read my contract of employment. I'd
like to say that squeaking just now was Dan opening a Lucasade. And now Dan's being quiet because he's drinking Lucasade.
In case you don't believe us, there you go. Proof that it was a drink and not me farting. But I don't think you heard that.
That sounded more like a fart than it did before. Like an old man fart.
No, if I was farting, it would have been a lot louder than that. Right, so yeah, sorry, carry on. We've spoken about Rumour Dude. Move on to what you were saying. Crackdown 3.
Yeah, that's all there is.
Crackdown 2 was a piece of shit.
I didn't play Crackdown 2. I only played.
I played Crackdown 2. Piece of shit. Absolute piece of shit.
And something that I am very, very excited about, maybe possibly, if it is true.
But I'm probably going to poo-poo on it if it's what I think it is.
Is it Sunset Overdrive apparently coming in fall 2014?
No! Shit, no, really?
That's autumn to British viewers. But
yeah.
It said fall where I read this.
Where did you read it? I haven't heard that.
I've read this on every site where I found this news.
I haven't heard anything about Sunset Overdrive yet. Nothing at all. They've been really quiet about it. I regularly check their website, Twitter and all sorts. Because that game looked...
It looks fancy. The art, but then if the art direction is the same as in the trailer, it's going to look fancy.
Yeah, but it could be a Brink all over again. All we've seen is a cinematic trailer, and everyone's like, "Oh, it's amazing," because it looks amazing, just like Brink did. But let's hope it's not a turd.
Yeah,
I don't need any more turds.
We can pray to one of the gods.
The Sunset Overdrive. Oh God. Side note that some of you may have heard of Insert Coin clothing company that deal with gamers clothing.
Yes.
And apparel. They're really good. They've just got the license for Saints Row, and they've now got Saints Flow t-shirts, and they've got the Saints logo, and they've got loads. It looks amazing. They put the concept art on Facebook this morning. I was like, oh my goodness, it looks so awesome.
I think I'm going to be getting some of those.
They're expensive though, that's the problem.
I don't care.
T-shirts like 30 quid.
The government gives me money anyway, so...
Let's not get into that. But in all fairness, you are doing everything you can to get a job, including a voluntary work experience at a place that you don't want to be working, really.
It's not that bad.
You're washing shelves.
Yeah.
You don't need to do this. It's not compulsory.
I know, I could stop and I'd still get my government money. But I am legitimately trying to get a job.
Carry on, again.
Other news, going to some hardware news.
I'm going to poo-poo all over this for you.
The disc driveless Xbox One?
I forgot to mention that, but yes, no, I'm not going to poo-poo on that, but yeah.
Okay, apparently they're going to come out with a disc driveless one.
Alright, let's cut over this very quickly. So, basically, the same dude that rumoured this has leaked or made up, basically, I don't know, it's 4 or 5 different Xboxes that are going to be coming out either late this year or next year.
Yeah. I think I heard that there was no date on the disc driveless one, but they're planning on it. And I think...
I've got dates on a couple of the other ones.
But the White and Titanfall ones...
Right, so let's talk about them separately.
Okay.
Right, so it was in the Titanfall Xbox. Have you seen the picture of it?
I've seen the picture.
It doesn't look amazing, doesn't look worth another £500, but I'd still buy it. It's
and
Titanfall.
I think it comes with the Titanfall controller.
Oh, damn, I want one. Get me one.
I'm not going to get you one.
I'm going to get one.
Get one then.
And if I do get one, if we have reached over 200 subscribers, I will sell my Xbox for 50 quid to one of our viewers.
You heard it here first. That's a verbal contract, that is.
That's a verbal contract.
I watch the videos as well, you know.
So do I. I said subscribers.
Oh yeah. I have another account. I can subscribe to our account.
Anyway, that's a maybe. We'll see how it goes, but fingers crossed. I'd like to do something like that, but that's not going to happen. They looked into it, but it was going to be far too expensive to do.
Fair enough.
Because Microsoft actually, this is or they've responded to all of them. They said we were going to do that, but it turned out to be too expensive, and so Respawn backed this up because obviously they had to be behind it because it's their game.
Yeah.
And they're like, it was far too expensive, so we had to scrap it all. And that's how we know this dude's information is out of date, so don't trust him. We are looking for him.
So is that the one you're going to poo-poo over? Or do you have another one to poo-poo over?
I'm not going to poo-poo over it, but I'm going to fart with a little bit of brown stuff coming out. Just a little bit.
Okay. So there's apparently going to be a white Xbox One.
Right.
Something we already know exists, but only for certain people.
So Microsoft employees that helped build the Xbox One got this Xbox that said, we made it, and on the controller instead of saying day one, it said, we made this, or...
Yeah, something like that.
Something like that, and it's white opposed to black, so it's a big thing. And one sold on eBay for like...
Lots of money.
I want to say like 10 grand.
It was
a lot of money. And most of it went to charity, I believe, but again, I could be talking out my butthole. And apparently they're going to produce a white one, which is great. It doesn't devalue the other one, because it won't say, we made this, it will just be a white version.
Yeah.
But I don't know whether the next 3 ones I want to mention, including this white one, are all one console, because they could be. No one said they're separate consoles. It could just be different parts.
There is a picture of the white one, but it does look like the same picture as the white one we've seen before that's just been edited, and I'm not sure if that actually came from the same dude.
So we don't know. But
we don't know.
Could be the same Xbox. There's going to be a white one. That's good. I'm not going to get it. I quite like the black.
Yeah.
I didn't really like the white Xbox 360.
That's the one I have. And well,
I prefer the black one, but then that's just
I reckon
because...
white would be better purely for the fact that fingerprints be harder to see on it.
Yeah, that bugs me. And dust as well.
Yeah, because of course with the black Xbox One, it's like shiny black, so it sucks your fingerprints off from
It's
across
gloss.
the room.
It's matte or gloss.
Yeah.
It's the one you look at it. But the white one's going to be matte or gloss as well, just won't be able to see fingerprints. Next one. What's the next one you want to talk about? Because I have 2 more.
The disc driveless one.
Disc driveless. Yeah,
this is the optical
disc drive. Yeah.
Optical disc drive.
Opposed to?
Hard disk drive.
Yeah, okay.
I don't see them doing one without a hard disk drive, unless solid state. I doubt we'll see a solid state.
What?
Solid state. I doubt we'll see a solid state one. They're too expensive at the moment.
Yes.
The price has gone down since before though, because now the price for a solid state drive is around about £1 per gigabyte ish, depending on where you get it from. It used to be like £2 per gigabyte.
And if you don't know what Jake's on about, he's going to explain.
Basically, you know your flash pen drives, it's like that, but it's...
Memory sticks. Your memory sticks. Your flash drives. Your memory sticks.
Flash drives.
Those things that you...
USB.
Yeah, the USB drives. The things that you wedge in to store your work on, or your porn, whatever you stick on it. I personally have my personal statement and my coursework on it. What would you have on yours?
My CV, I think.
Is that it?
Yeah.
What a waste of a memory stick.
I have an 8GB one, and 2GB is Xbox 360 storage.
Right, okay.
I don't know if I'm ever going to use that, but okay. Anyway, a solid state drive is basically a hard drive, sort of, that's one of those...
It's the in-between phase, basically.
Yeah, it's a big, chunky thing. Not that big. It's bigger than your average USB. But
USB.
You can get them like a terabyte, but they're expensive. They're a lot of money. So I doubt we'll see one in Xbox, in any games console for years.
So do you know about the last Xbox then?
No, what's the last one?
Well, you're going to like this. You're going to love this. That's what I'm saying. It could all be the same Xbox, because it all fits in. So no optical disc drive, yeah?
Yeah.
Which means you can't put discs in.
Makes sense.
Yeah, you'd love that. You don't want to go discs, you want to go all digital, don't you?
Yeah, I've got like 3 Blu-rays that I got to see what they look like, and I haven't watched
Trouble is, with the Xbox, the memory is...
small.
Very small.
Oh, I did hear about this.
They are going to know,
hard
and
drive.
they have confirmed this, that later this year, there will be an Xbox with a terabyte memory. You fuckers! You took our money on release day with a shit product with little memory, and now saying, oh yeah, later next year, by the way, there's going to be a better one. Should have waited, dickheads.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Fuck
you, Microsoft.
I hope so much that they're going to release the support for external drives before that.
I'm going to fucking sell mine and buy a terabyte one. That pissed me off.
Yeah.
Especially with 13 gig Dead Rising updates.
13 gig. 13.6, I think.
But do you know why it is?
Because it's the DLC and you just...
All of the DLC.
It's all of it.
they're putting in like features to support all of the DLC they're releasing for it.
Yeah. It's mostly for compatibility, that's why everyone downloads it. But it's essentially the DLC, and you download like a kilobyte file.
No.
100 kilobytes.
That's only the newest DLC. The rest of it is just support and sort of textures and things like that.
Yeah.
The background shit that you need for a game. But yeah, a terabyte, that... I'd love that. That's what they need. They need a bigger memory. That was my one issue with them. To start with, it had such a small memory considering you had to install everything.
Yeah, only double the previous Xbox. Because it was 250, wasn't it?
Yeah, 250.
You could get 320, but I think that was for only certain special editions.
No, you can only get... that was only if you bought the hard drive separate.
Was it?
Yeah.
Fair enough.
That was if you bought the new Xbox hard drive separate and put it in, which you could do, which isn't a problem. But you couldn't buy an Xbox with that in. The highest you could get was 250, which was the Xbox 360 Elite.
No, that wasn't the Elite.
It was the Elite.
It was the E.
No, the Elite had 250.
The Elite has 120. I have an Elite hard drive.
And I have the... I only have the Xbox 360 Elite. Guess what its memory is? 250.
Well, I have an Elite hard drive from my brother's Elite that was only 120. So maybe they changed it later on. I don't know.
Maybe. Someone could have done that and then sold it on, which is a really good way of getting money out of stuff. Good idea.
Next news. This is going to be pointless to anyone listening because this comes out on a Wednesday and we record it before that. But Zelda 4 Swords is currently free on the 3DS eShop for a limited time and in a limited place. This is what I want to talk about. It's limited to, I think, North America.
Oh, I agree with you on this, because last night someone rubbed me up the wrong way, and I don't mean that sexually. I was on the Titanfall forum.
Yeah.
So, you know me, I'm getting the collector's edition of Titanfall. You know I'll get the normal edition, so I can have a copy of every edition of it. Just like with my Gears of War, I have a copy of every edition of every Gears of War. Even though the Last Judgment was awful and I hated it, I still have a collection worth far more than I paid for.
And now Microsoft have the right to Gears of War, so you're going to keep doing that?
Yeah, I know I am. Forever at this rate. I mean, look at Halo. Don't get me wrong, they're good games, but that's a lot of money. But yeah, so there's a Steelbook Titanfall. Guess where it's limited to. I will buy you a drink tonight if you guess the one country it's limited to.
Brazil.
No. Germany. Why Germany? Out of all the countries. Out of all the countries to limit it to, it's limited to Germany.
At least it's not that far away. You could import it.
Yeah, Amazon are happy to ship to me, but it's on PC.
It's only PC.
Only PC, and it's like £60 or $70-ish.
Maybe you need a better thing to collect, stamps. You can collect stamps.
Forget stamps. Stamps are for losers.
So yeah, I really hate when companies do this. And Nintendo.
What's the benefit?
Nintendo is Japanese, and it's coming out in North America.
I don't mind they do exclusive DSs just in Japan, not the Pikachu one was, but the Charizard one was. Which Google it if you haven't seen it. The Charizard 3DS XL.
One of the best looking ones.
Yeah, the Eevee one was. They're all limited to certain areas or Japan, which is fair enough because that's where they are. Like if, for example. And the kebab shop up the road said, we're not going to sell kebabs to anywhere other than England. I'd be like, fair enough.
They're based in England. I would understand that.
Yeah, so it would make a lot of sense. But it rubs me up the wrong way as well, especially when it's so limited like that. America's not a big deal too much.
America's a big place.
It is for digital stuff.
I can understand it more than I can understand
Germany.
Yeah. Just Germany.
But it really is a pain with digital things because there's no other way of doing it. I mean, it's a free game. But because you live in the UK, oh well.
Yeah. And if games are going to be all digital, Tomb Raider, the definitive edition, came out today, and I'm going to get...
This is the Friday... By the way, we are recording on Friday the 31st of January. So, bear in mind, your timestamp will be Wednesday, because it comes out on a Wednesday, but we're recording on a Friday evening. So, our sources could have been... All our sources of information could be absolutely awful now, or could be confirmed. So, just bear that in mind.
Anyway, Tomb Raider, the definitive edition, which I'm going to get.
Came out this morning.
Came out this morning.
I'm undecided on whether to get it or not.
It came out before in America.
Yes.
But you can get it digitally.
Could you buy it digitally?
Yeah, it's day one digital. Everything's going to be day one digital. But
for the earliest country?
Yeah. So if you live in America, you get it day one when you could get it on disc. But if you live in England or Europe or whatever... You have to wait till it comes out on disc here.
Which is good. I like that. I like people being rewarded for digital. But that means Titanfall I could get on the 11th of March rather than the 13th of March. 14th of March.
No, you can't. That's what I'm saying.
Well,
I'm saying that if it's digital, why not release it early at the same time that it happens in America? It's the same language. Do you get what I'm saying?
I understand what you're saying now. Ignore everything I said. It was... I don't understand it, but I agree with it. I don't feel like...
I think if Microsoft really want... They were trying to push all digital, weren't they?
They are. They're pushing it. You got day one digital for everything. Day one release of where you are.
That's not enough.
It is enough.
It costs more to get it digital still.
Yeah, but they're
£5 more, which it's less than it used to be. It used to be like 60.
They have said they're reducing that. They're going to have competitive digital prices to get people onto digital rather than disc. They have said that.
Not yet, though.
They have confirmed that. No, they're not doing it yet, but they have confirmed it.
I mean, what's stopping them from doing it now?
I know.
If anything, it should cost less. You don't have to put it on a disc and then put it in a case and then post it somewhere.
Yeah, I know. It's stupid in that sense, and they definitely need to look at competitive prices for digital because it is ridiculous.
And it would be great to be able to pre-order. I think you can do that with some games on Steam. Because
you can pre-order on Steam, yeah.
The game will download, and as soon as the game is out, you download like a little thing that unlocks the game.
That's PS4's big thing. PS4 does that. It would download all of it apart from that 1 gig left that unlocks it for you to play it.
Does PS4 do that?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, if you pre-order it, I think it's a week before it'll start downloading it. And then it's a 1 gig left to download so you're ready to go.
Fair enough. 1 gig seems like a lot though.
I don't know what the actual figures are, but it's like that.
Yeah.
There's one small piece left.
A teeny bit.
Yeah, to unlock the rest of it for you to play it. Yeah, I don't understand it. They need competitive pricing. I mean, even if they lowered the price down to the same as in store and then done sales, like every month, this week this game is £10 off, which isn't a lot when you're talking about 50 quid.
Speaking of sales, my first Xbox One game that I bought on sale.
Oh, was that today?
No, that was last Tuesday.
Tuesday. What game was it?
It was the Golf one, Power Star Golf.
How much was it?
It was $11.99. It's usually $14.99, $15.99.
It's
usually $15.99.
What waste of $11.99?
I like golf games.
Yeah. Game. I don't really see today, but you've missed it now. Game all day today. I didn't realise until about 3 o'clock. Have been doing that Black Friday thing. So every hour is a different deal.
Except it's not Black Friday.
No, except it's not Black Friday, and every hour it's 2 deals. Some of them are really good, like Tomb Raider.
Yeah.
Definitive Edition.
Oh.
How much do you reckon?
How much do I reckon? 20 quid.
$12.99.
You're joking.
$12.99.
You're joking.
No, at
You're
12 o'clock, I missed it. I was like, you... I literally sat in the canteen.
That's the
at the
day
staff
it
room.
came out, though.
I know. Ridiculous. But because they hadn't advertised it or anything, not many people knew about it. And I missed that tweet. I saw the last couple and they were awful. Like, NBA was like 20 quid. NBA 2K14 on Xbox One, 20 quid.
Yeah.
That's not bad. Call of Duty was like 42 quid. Oh, what a saving of £5. Great.
There was a saving of more than that if you downloaded it on Xbox 360 last week. The deal of the week.
Yeah, no, but like, what a stupid deal.
I should say that my weakness is deal of the week on Xbox 360.
Every
week I look at deal of the week, and like if there's something there that's really cheap that I kind of want, even if I don't have enough space for it, I will buy it.
I've looked at Crysis 3. I've been really tempted by that for the past week.
It's Crysis 1 and Crysis 3, isn't it? Or Crysis 2 and Crysis 3?
Crysis 1 and 2 are like really cheap offer, but Crysis 3 is like 20 quid at the moment. I'm like, I'm so tempted. But I've resisted so far, and I do plan on resisting. I'm saving my money for, guess what?
Titanfall.
Tipfall.
Nah. Tipfalls.
No Titanfall news this week either. Apart from they put a video up on Facebook, which was their community manager, Abby Heppy, crawling out of the Titanfall Collector's Edition box. And they're like, big enough to fit a human in. No, Abby isn't included. Oh, aren't you guys funny? It's like, what? Okay.
Maybe it gives you sort of like some scale of how big the big statue thing is going to be.
Well, yeah, the box is like...
It's going to be bigger than you.
It's still bigger than me. Oh, I imagine that. What, a Titan bigger than me.
An
what a shame.
Titan.
What a shame. No, it's going to be a lot bigger than I was expecting because I've seen the box it comes in. And I mean, the book can't be that thick. So the...
You never know.
No, but it can't be. The box was
Maybe
way too big for the stuff.
Maybe it's a pop-up.
Either the statue's bigger than it made it seem, or there's something else in there.
Didn't they say it was 60 centimeters?
I don't know. I think it was just above 60 centimeters.
Maybe they said it in feet, and I don't understand feet.
I didn't say
They're the
feet.
things that you have on the end of your legs. That to me, I don't know what distance.
Have you been to Subway?
Hmm?
You been to Subway?
I know.
Well, there you
Actually, I saw something not long ago that most of the time it's an inch less. Just an inch. Every time.
go. Subway's so
Plus,
good. I don't care.
when you get a 6-inch, it's just guesswork cutting in the middle, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is.
Sometimes I see them like cut off like 4 inches. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? That side is obviously bigger. But then also sometimes they cut it and then they give you the big bit, which is nice of them.
Have you had a 4-inch at Subway?
Isn't that the kids thing?
Yep,
No, I haven't had that.
I have. So yeah, it makes me wonder. I don't know why, but I was really hopeful there's going to be something else in it. And that's because it's so much and you're getting so little for 250 quid. But it's a case of there needs to be something else in there to justify that price. There really does. A pair of Atlas headsets. If there was a pair of the Turtle Beach Atlas headsets, fine, 250 quid would make sense.
When a pair, you mean like one headset?
One headset, yeah,
Yes.
but it's called a pair of headset. It's a
Is it?
yeah.
I've never known.
Well, it is.
I've always called it a headset. It's singular.
It's a headset, but it's a. Trust me, it is.
Okay.
Trust me, dude, it is.
I trust you.
But yeah, so and it's like if you had a £100 pair of headset in there, that'd be great. Otherwise, I've now got to spend 250 quid on Titanfall collect. I don't have to, but I'm going to, and then going to pay 100 for a decent headset because I haven't got a decent headset for the Xbox One, and the what's it called?
The one that comes with it?
No, adapter isn't going to work for mine because mine doesn't plug into the controller. Mine's completely wireless, so it works, but the chat won't work because it goes via the optical audio cable rather than. It's the Triton, I forget what one's there, but the most expensive Triton's basically completely wireless apart from the headset dock. Really good for the Xbox 360, but of course not compatible with the Xbox One, which bugged me. So I need a decent pair.
I have Turtle Beach X12s, I think, which have
You have
more
X12s.
wires than it needs, really.
I've got a pair of X12s at home.
And have you heard of Flappy Bird?
Yes.
I have been playing it, and I played it for a bit, and I don't get the obsession with it.
No. I think it's because it's so easy to die. So it's basically a cross between that game, you might remember it, Copter, where you tap the screen to go up, and then let go of it to go down.
Copter was a Flash game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. And you got to try and go through gaps and things in your way. And the gaps are just Mario tubes.
Yeah.
The level design is just Mario. So it's sort of Tiny Wings, the mobile game, or Angry Birds meets Mario. And I don't understand it either.
I don't get the obsession with it.
I'll have
That
one last
leads
point.
me on
Okay.
to ask you, what have you been playing recently?
Oh, I can't believe we forgot it again. I've been playing a lot of Steam at the moment, and you know this.
Yeah, you've been playing Gary's mod,
I've
haven't
been
you?
playing Gary's mod, a hell of a lot of Gary's mod, I really have. Team Fortress 2 I've been playing. I tried Half-Life 2 again, but the guy just creeps me out. That dude.
G-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just... it's a good game, don't get me wrong. Been playing a bit of Portal 2. I've been playing my Pokemon games. I've been playing Pokemon Black, Platinum, Soul Silver, and Y. Been playing them all week. Getting all different Pokemon.
You nerd.
I am a nerd. I bought Duke Nukem because it was 99p. Stopped playing it after about half an hour into the game.
Jake warned you.
For 99p, it wasn't bad. It's even if I only got 20 gamer score for 99p, that's fine.
I reckon for...
It has multiplayer. Did you know it has multiplayer?
No, I didn't.
It has multiplayer.
Fair enough.
Multiplayer.
We're not going to play it.
I can fling turds at you.
We're not going to play it. I don't care what you say. I'm not putting that disc into my Xbox. It'll give it some kind of disease.
Probably.
I have been playing Super Hexagon.
Yeah, you're still playing that?
I have still been playing that.
That's an awful game.
It's a brilliant game.
awful game.
It's the best game.
Awful game.
Basically, to those who don't know what it is, you are a triangle.
Not a hexagon.
I'm setting the scene. You're a triangle in a world inhabited by hexagons.
And they're
Hexagons who are racist against triangles.
No, hexagons in hexagons in hexagons, and they close in on you, and there's a small gap that you have to move your triangle in a circle to get out of this gap, of this enclosing hexagon.
And then there's music. The music is the best.
What does the music go like?
I'm not going to do that.
Fair enough. I've got one last point. You got anything else to mention before it?
No, I don't think so.
A lot of games are being developed in secret.
Yeah,
I like it.
I don't.
I do.
Why do you like it?
Oh, here's our game. It's coming out in 6 months. Opposed to, oh, there's this game, Duke Nukem. 12 years.
Yeah.
I like that it's going to be a case of, oh, here's our game. It's coming out very soon, opposed to miles in the future. But it also brings out the case of, here's our game. Oh, you don't like it? Too bad. We've already spent 3 years making it that we could have been spending on something else.
Yeah, but the thing is with Duke Nukem, games don't usually take 12 years.
No, but
it was when they announced it was supposed to be coming out like a year later, I think.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, I think it's good that it's not going to be pushed back anymore. It's a case of when our game's ready, we'll announce it and...
Yeah, there's Watch Dogs. That's been pushed back.
Yeah, but that was because it was meant to be like a launch. It was being rushed to be pushed for launch window at least.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's a case of we're keeping it like Epic. What are they working on at the moment?
I don't know.
Fortnite, a game from ages ago they announced, and a secret project.
A
Black
secret
Tusk,
project.
they're working on a secret project.
Secret.
Exactly, there's lots of secret projects that no one's mentioning, which is good. I like it. I like the idea of here's a game, it'll be out soon, opposed to here's a game, it'll be out in the next couple of years.
I agree with you on that point, but when a game has been announced, I don't think they should be keeping too many secrets. If you see what I mean.
I think we need to have the right amount of press release.
Yeah, maybe a teaser. A teaser is always nice.
No. I think a teaser should be we're working on something. Look what it looks like. A teaser should be a hint at what you're doing.
Like a 3-second trailer.
Just
3 seconds of some visuals.
Yeah, just a really quick hint at what's coming. Then there should be a trailer of some description when they're closer to... Not necessarily a gameplay trailer, but a cinematic trailer after that.
Yeah.
Then a gameplay trailer showing you how it works and what things there are.
I think, though, at the point where it's announced, anything that... if it's a new thing, like... If Call of Duty's coming out, it's going to be Call of Duty with a new story. No one cares. People play it for the online.
Whoa. Jake doesn't care. Because I know for a fact that your girlfriend is thoroughly enjoying the campaign of Call of Duty. All of them.
I know.
So this is Jake's opinion. I don't enjoy the campaign, I don't enjoy the multiplayer.
Most people play it for the multiplayer.
I disagree.
Really?
Even if they do, it's by like a 50-40, 60-40.
I reckon it's 70-30 at least. 70-30.
Nah.
30, at least 70% of people who own the game have not played the campaign.
Okay, whatever. But yeah.
I know there's a lot of people, they literally, especially the 10-year-olds, 100% of the 10-year-olds, or the 13-year-olds, or whatever, they don't play the story.
Oh, they might give it a go and they'll be like, oh, it has multiplayer, remember? Woo! I think, you're going to hate me for this, but I think Titanfall had its press release worked out really well from when it was announced in E3 all the way up until about Christmas time. Then they've gone to shit since then in terms of their press release information.
I think I agree. They sort of let everything
chill
be
down.
known.
Yeah.
And then now the game is getting closer, they've run out of things to let us know.
Well, not even that, because E3, they announced it, that was great, blah, 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 blah. They then explained what the game was and, what was going on, in information, what it's about, what's going on. Then they released some gameplay, then they released some more gameplay and mechanics. Then they had that Hammond Robotics adverts for the 3 different Titans.
Yeah.
One came out each month. They're a month apart, which was a nice distance.
Yeah.
No, they weren't.
Were they? No, I think 2 of them came out, then a month later 1 of them did.
Yes, because the 2 of them were announced at the Xbox launch, weren't they?
I think so.
Yeah, or around that time. It
might have been Gamescom.
Is that what I was going to say at that event? But I forget what the name of it was. If it was Gamescom, yeah. So 2
know.
of them were announced, and a month after that, then they announced the Steelbook and made a video. Not Steelbook. They announced the Collector's Edition and showed off the Collector's Edition. Then there was a massive gap between sort of then and now, where they announced the controller and the alpha. Really.
Yeah.
They had it all. I realise they're busy because they're finishing it and they don't want to push it back, but I still think...
But the marketing team, they're not working on the game,
They don't have a marketing team.
Don't they?
No. It's 50... Respawn is 50 employees. It might be 52. But it's like that number. All of which are designers, developers, concept artists, then lead designers, Abby Heppy, community manager, and the press release manager. Those 2 make up the marketing team.
Well, there's still a marketing team then.
No, they're part of the testing team as well. That's
really?
what they do on a daily basis, yeah.
Fair enough.
Every morning, Abby and this dude go in and play the game and say, well, this doesn't feel right, this doesn't feel right.
Fair enough.
So I think they had it right up until the last minute. Watch Dogs, I think, plopped because they gave you some information and then nothing.
Well, Watch Dogs was announced not in last E3, the E3 before that. And
Yeah, but then it dropped off the radar completely.
Not entirely. Because
Mostly.
there were... I mean, it had sort of like a sort of following, people looking forward to it and that, and it was a bit small, and then it sort of went off the radar apart from with people who were looking for it.
Like die-hard fans.
If you were looking for it, you could find some stuff, but there wasn't anything being said really much. And then E3 came around again, and they said, oh, it's going to be coming out at the launch of the new consoles, and then it wasn't. So it's been pushed back quite a bit.
Which is disappointing.
It's disappointing on one level, but on another level, maybe it's being...
I'm glad I'd rather games company said, yeah, it's not coming out yet and took their time with it, rather than went, oh, here's a half-polished turd. I like my turds fully polished.
I'd rather it not be a turd. I'd rather the turd be smushed down with such pressure that it becomes a diamond.
That'd be nice. I don't think my turds are capable of that. Right, we are finishing here, but I have one question for you. Your prediction for this year of Xbox One.
What do you mean, my prediction?
Make a prediction for this year.
Prediction?
Prediction.
What kind of prediction? What's going to be the best-selling game?
Any prediction you want. It could be that.
Best-selling game, Titanfall.
Even with Call of Duty coming out. You think it's going to outsell Call of Duty? Bear in mind that everyone that plays Call of Duty is going to buy Titanfall and then buy Call of Duty anyway.
Yeah, but then there's people who don't play Call of Duty going to buy Titanfall.
And there are people that aren't going to buy Titanfall that play Call of Duty. You forget MLG. They run purely on Call of Duty.
Not purely, there's like other games.
Yeah, but there aren't many. Like I've even been on the MLG forum for Titanfall, and they said, maybe we'll think about it. So many of them aren't going to be playing Titanfall competitively.
Yeah, but that has AI in it, so I can see why.
You know, I can understand why, but there's a mode without AI. But so that's your prediction. Titanfall's going to be the biggest selling game.
No, I don't know. Now you've come up with a very valid point, and I don't know. I'd very much like it to be the best-selling game.
My prediction is Titanfall is going to be in the charts.
Definitely.
In the charts from when it's released all the way through till Call of Duty's out. Call of Duty and Titanfall are going to be next on the shelf when Call of Duty comes out.
Yeah.
And I'm going to make a second prediction. Mechs in the next coming years are going to be the new zombies.
Yeah.
Because zombies was in everything at some point. Like, the last sort of year and 2 years, everything was zombies based. Mechs are going to be the new.
I mean, zombies are sort of going out of flavour.
Just enough. Not completely out of flavour, but just enough that...
You know, like in The Last of Us, they weren't called zombies. Like, they're trying to move away from zombies. They're infected with a fungus. They're essentially zombies.
No, they're not.
They're
infected with a fungus.
They're essentially zombies.
They're not dead. They're just infected with a fungus. There is a cure.
Is there? That doesn't mean they're not zombies, though.
You can't cure zombies. You can't cure the dead.
They are essentially zombies.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are. Well, what else are they if they're not zombies?
Infected.
Well, they're zombies. How do you kill a vampire?
You don't, because they don't exist.
Exactly.
What a stupid question. What have vampires got to do with this?
Basically, vampires, zombies, werewolves, they can be whatever you want because they don't fucking exist. What's in The Last of Us? Those things are essentially zombies. They act the same way as zombies.
So do you in the morning, dickhead.
I know, but I'm not fictional.
You are. Some days I wish you were.
Thanks.
Right, we are ending on this bombshell.
What bombshell? Is that a bombshell?
That's the end of this show. Thank you for watching. If you liked and or have a large penis, please click the like button below, leave a comment, and subscribe.